Hey guys, very useful sentence 001 你好. You know 你好, right? But today I'm gonna teach you how to use the two syllables to form an authentic conversation. Okay, so 你 and 好 are very simple. Literally just means 你, you, and 好, good. So make sure you have the tones. You can check my earlier video in this series. So the 4 tones in 3 minutes. So 你 is going down and up. So 你 好 is also down and up, 好. But when you actually say it, don't say 你好. That's too much. Even Chinese think it's too much to pronounce. So you just simply say 你好. So 你好. 你好. If you go too fast, it becomes 你好, 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 你好. Make sure you got the 2 syllables first, then you say the quicker way, because the quicker way kind of like the 尿, 尿. That's almost sounds like the P to go to P in Chinese. So just separate that. 你好. Okay, but 你好 is not only used for the hello version, it actually can be separated and form a 4-line conversation, very authentic and very easy. So 你好, 你好, hello, hello, 你好吗? You just add a simple particle 吗, it becomes how are you? So 你好, 你好, 你好吗? How are you? Then you can also answer with the same syllable, 好. Good, because 好 means good. So 你好, 你好, 你好吗? How are you? 好. Good, I'm good, I'm fine. So 2 syllables, 4 lines, and they're very authentic. 你好, 你好, 你好吗? 好. Just pay attention when you learn the pronunciations from the first. I do not recommend you use English to mark the sound, although it's easier for the first. I've had students say 你好 like this. That's his version of the spelling. 你好, but 你好sounds so foreign, and it's actually can cause confusion when you learn more complicated characters and the pronunciation and expressions. So stay with the pinyin. Okay. 你好, 你好, 你好吗? 好, 好, 好. Good, good, good. Well, we like to do that. You will see that in the future lessons more. We always say double or triple syllables. So follow me if you want to learn some newbie Chinese. Next video, I will see you there. Bye. Hey guys. VUS number 2. Today we're gonna learn 2 authentic ways of saying goodbye and 1 bonus word. But before that, let's review number 1. 你好, 你好, 你好吗? 好, 好, 好. So after saying hello, it's time to say goodbye. 2 ways of goodbye. First is these. Those are numbers, yes, but they are also Chinese in text message. They are also English, sort of. So this is first way to say goodbye is bye bye. Bye bye goes up. Bye bye. Very simple, right? It sounds almost like bye bye English because it came from bye bye. So bye bye is the most popular English word in Chinese for sure. Everyone knows about that. But in Chinese, because it's a monosyllabic language, 1 syllable, 1 word, they just chop it a little bit. So instead of bye bye so long, we just do it bye bye very short and going up. Bye, bye. Sounds like you almost have the rising hope for seeing them again. So bye-bye is good for most situations, except if you're meeting someone really important, very old, like you're meeting Confucius, you don't want to say bye-bye, you say 再见. 再 literally means again, and 见 literally means to see. So again to see you again. 再见. 再见. Those a little bit have the sorrow feeling because everything is going down. 再见. But it's okay. 再见 is just simply goodbye, to see you again. Why the number here? Because if you see a text message in Chinese and they have the ba here, that means they're saying bye bye because the ba in Chinese 8 sounds like bye, ba, bye. So ba is more likely saying bye bye on the text message. So people will say bye bye by just typing the 2 numbers ba on text message. Sometimes ba liu, which has a little bit happy feeling. babaloo. So either way, bye bye or 再见. One extra word, because when you have the knowledge of how to say the ba, it also means father, baba. Baba. I know you don't have to call someone dad in Chinese, but at least now you can understand part of the Star Wars one. I am your Baba. Okay, now you learn it. So see you in number 3. 再见, bye, 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 再见, Baba. Hey guys, 你好. So today we're going to learn how to introduce yourself. There are 2 ways. One is more common. So let me know which one is more suitable for you. So the first one would be 我叫. So the 我 is down a little bit, then up. 我. That means I, me, 我. 叫 is to be called. 叫is affirmative and sharp, going down. 我叫. So 我叫. You don't have to be that exaggerated when you master them, but for now, better to be more accurate. So 我叫. Then you can say your name. 我叫 Tom. 我叫 Catherine. 我叫. So this is a more humble and more common way to say I am called 我叫. Of course, if you're someone who are super important or well-known, you don't have to say 我叫. You can come to the second version, which is 我是. Same 我. Okay, 是 is am, is, are. So 我是 I am. So you're more confident about people already know you, or you're feeling so good about yourself, you just say 我是 I am. For example, you can say 我是 Confucius. Everyone knows you're Confucius. You don't have to say I am called Confucius. But in most situations, I would say 我叫 is a more suitable way for first time encounter. For example, 你好. 你好. 我叫小绿. I'm called Little Green. 我叫小黄. I'm called Little Huang. Unless one social ranking is way higher, you can say 你好, 我叫小绿. 你好, 我是小黄. So really, 我叫 is more common, and 我是 can be more confident, but also 我是 has another bonus feature, is like you can introduce your profession after 我是. So 我是 can follow by any profession, job, career. So I'm a teacher, so I can say 我是徐老师. So 老师 is teacher. So I am 徐 teacher. So 我叫 only for your name. 我是 can be both your name with confident or your job, your profession. Got it? 谢谢. 再见. 再见. Hey guys, class time. Welcome to the 004 of the very useful sentence. Today I'm gonna teach you a trick so you can say the character that 90% of the students can never pronounce perfectly, which is very, very common expression, 谢谢, which means thank you. This is one of the most useful expression you're gonna use in Chinese. But eventually, why people cannot say that correctly? Because 谢谢 has a X, which in pinyin pronounced as xi, but the X, the xi sound was not in English language at all. So people need to learn to hear it and train how to say it. Most people, students I've taught, they pronounce 谢谢 as either 谢谢 or 谢谢. So they're missing the xi sound. They just replace it with some sounds like the shoes, the shoe in the shoes, or shush in the sh sound. So the trick of pronouncing this xi effectively and perfectly is you need to change the position of your tongue. What am I talking? For example, taking the example that people like to say shush, so to be quiet, the sh part. Stay the sh part, keep making the sound shush. But while you are saying the sh, your tongue is actually in the middle of your mouth, but elegantly glide it down and make it touch your lower teeth from the inside. So instead of saying sh, glide it down. Xie. So you are keeping the sh sound while gliding your tongue to the inside of the lower teeth. You will get the xie sound, like sh, xie, xie. So if you're getting that, you're not only getting the 谢谢, the thank you, but also get all the Chinese words has a pronunciation starting with the xi sound, which is critical because we have plenty of them, including my last name is Xu. Most people call me Mr. Shu, but I'm okay because I know this is not their fault. So let's practice this. This is thank you, 谢谢, 谢谢. So same sound, same character, but the second one tend to be lighter because you want to show your gratitude in a very gentle and warm way. So 谢谢, 谢谢, 谢谢. So that's how you pronounce thank you, 谢谢. Remember, 你好, 你好, 你好吗? 我很好. 再见, 再见, 谢谢. 谢谢. Say that 10 times and follow me, learn some newbie Chinese and fun facts. See you in number 5. Bye. 再见. Happy Halloween. Hey guys, 2 syllables teach you how to ask others' last name politely. 贵姓. So I know a lot of people say, oh, if you want to ask someone's name, you would say 你叫什么名字 or 你的名字是什么的. That's very straightforward and not cool enough. Also, in Chinese culture, the seniority and the family line are extremely important. So we would like to ask someone's last name by asking 贵姓. So literally, 贵 is going down like 贵, 贵 means honorable. And 姓with a X sound, which you can check the video from the last one about what kind of 贵 you are. 姓. So 贵 and 姓 are all affirmative. 贵姓 literally means honorable last name. So may I have your honorable last name? 贵姓. If you want to say that more dramatic, you can say 贵姓. Drag it longer so it sounds like a question with a question mark. Of course, you can combine with the 你, which is we learned from 你好. 你贵姓. What's your honorable last name? Then you will have a whoa effect because people usually think only the Chinese would use that honorable last name expression to ask people. So you really know Chinese, you really know the culture. 你贵姓? 你贵姓? However, if you want to be even more polite, there is an honorable version of 你, which is 您. The character has a heart instead. So you are saying you with your heart, wholeheartedly, it's 您. So literally, 你 and 您 means the same, but 你 with more respect. So again, if you met Confucius, you would not ask 你贵姓. Instead, you will say 您贵姓 with your whole heart. So together, you can form a conversation with which we learned from 01 to today. So 你好, 你好, 你好吗? 好. 你贵姓? 我姓王. 您贵姓? 我姓李. So, what's your last name, honorable last name? My honorable last name is Wang. How about your wholeheartedly last name? Oh, my name is Again, 你贵姓. Follow me and learn some newbie Chinese. Bye. 再见. Hey guys, 2 syllables teach you how to say I am from blah blah country. So basically it's just blah blah 国人. So 国 means country and 人 the people. So the people from this country is blah blah 国人. 国 is very simple, going up. 国, you can do it. And 人 is a little bit tricky because when you say the R sound in the Chinese, you will say r. It's more likely you are breaking with your mouth. No, not breaking, actually accelerating. And with the n sound. So 人, your tongue is actually gliding up, back a little
bit, so it's going a little bit down to the throat. So 人 is touching the upper part of your oral cavity. So 国人. So based on the number 4, we learned 我是. So I am 我是 blah blah 国人 国人 国人. See, 2 uptown. Very like 国人. So, but which country are you from? You will have a different country's name. So I had it here. So sorry, I didn't list all the countries, but we can say 美国 from the sound. You can say it's American. And 英国 UK, 韩国 Korea, and 法国 France, 德国 Germany. So pay extra attention to the 美国 American, because 美 is third tone, so you have to have the curve go down then go up a little bit, or it sounds like you're from 美国. 美国 is a mode country. 美 is beautiful, so beautiful country. 美国 Same thing for 法 is a 法 because if you say 法 that works too, but 美 definitely you have the curve 美国. And some countries they didn't go with a 国 version because their countries was translated into more than one syllable. For example, 日本 Japan, 日本, and 加拿大 you know where it is, it's Canada, and 意大利 Italy. So if you want to know more countries, I have a video about the country's name in Chinese. You can check it, or just leave a comment below and let me know what country you're from, and I can tell you how to say that in Chinese. So follow me and learn some newbie Chinese. Bye bye. 再见. 再见. Hey guys, 3 syllables teach you how to say I love you. Actually 1 syllable if you follow me and learn a previous class, because 我 from 我是 I am I, and 你 from 你好 you. So you just need to learn 1 syllable, and it's a very simple syllable. Is I, still going down because you need to show your love. I with affirmative tone. So I. So 我爱你，我爱你. Of course, you can go the other way. 你爱我 with a question particle 吗? Do you love me? 你爱我吗? But Chinese people traditionally don't say that much unless they're in a really close relationship and they want to get affirmation from each other. So what if you just want to say it in the casual way, not with that amount of sincerity and pressure? You just say something, I love you so much, or like an old friend, your BFF did something for you, say, oh, you are so cute, I love you so much. So in that way, you can just modify this a little bit and add 太. So 太 means so much. So 我太爱你了. I hope I write it on the right direction. No, actually, this way. 我太爱你了. I love you so much. But that's much more casual, and it's more culture appropriate to say with anyone that did something for you. 我太爱你了. I love you so much. Alternatively, if you want to be cooler and you want to be more extreme, you can use a very strong word. 我爱死你了. So 死 actually means to die, death. But if you add it here, 我爱死你了, I love you to death. That's a very easy to understand cultural expression, like I love you so much. So either 我太爱你了 or 我爱死你了. You can say that to your friend, to someone who helped you a great deal. That's fine. But if you just want to express your sincere love to your significant one, you don't say 我爱死你了 or 我太爱你了. You say 我爱你. Or you can ask 你爱我吗? Okay, follow me and learn some newbie Chinese. Bye bye. 再见.
Hey guys, two syllables teach you how to say good morning in Chinese. So good morning is very simple. It's just 早安早 third tone. So you go down and up 早. One thing you need to pay extra attention for any Chinese character has the ow sound. Don't make it like the English ow, like road, power. We don't open our mouths that wide. That's not the Chinese pronunciation. So any ow here, please restrain from make it too round. Make it kind of flat. Like instead of 早 just say 早 It's just the beginning of the ow, but don't go all the way down. So 早 instead of 早. So 早. An is pretty simple. It's just an. But remember, it's a monosyllabic language, so don't make the syllable too long. Just chop the rest of them. Just make the beginning part. So instead of 早安, you just say 早安. Short and sweet. 早安. 早 literally means morning, early. An means peace. So 早安, like morning peace. If you want to be more colloquial, you can just say 早, but that's two very close friends or someone you see every day. You don't have to be more formal. So 早, you just say morning. That's same as English. However, if you want to say something a little bit longer, you can still keep the 早 part, but instead of saying 早安, you can say 早上好. 早上好. We learned the 好 from the number 1 class. It's good. So it's literally morning up, you're good. So morning up, good. 早上好. Same. 上 is the fourth tone. So 早, third tone. 上, going down. 好 is the same like 你好的好. So either 早安 flat 安早安 or 早上好. Both works. And the simple way is just 早. It's up to you which one you use, but traditionally this one is much more common in the southern area and also in Taiwan, and this one is much more in colloquial in the northern part, and 早 is just a universal one and the easiest one. So next time you see someone, you can just say 早你好吗好谢谢再见. See, with the first 8 lesson, you already combine and form a quite long conversation. Good job. Follow me and learn some 牛逼 Chinese. 再见. Hey guys, let's learn the most useful 2 syllables in Chinese. Probably more important than 你好, which is the restroom, the toilet. 厕所. So 厕所 literally means the toilet. So when you pronounce that, make sure you have the 侧 part with your teeth, the tongue touching the teeth from the lower part. So when you say 侧, it's definitely not wide open. It's very light, slightly open. 侧. And your tongue need to touch the teeth from the inside and also touch the upper part of your mouth. So 侧. So your tongue are touching both the upper part and the teeth from the inside. So 厕所 is easier. 所 is almost like this English 所 whoa 所 s plus whoa 所. So 厕所 make it light and gentle. 厕所 definitely not 厕所 too much. Just 厕所. So some people might think, okay, 厕所 that's just one word, right? But seriously, what nature calls, you can just say 厕所. And if you want to make it a question feeling, you can lower the second syllable a little bit higher. 厕所. That's a very nice and gentle way to asking for the direction of 厕所. I'm sure 100% of Chinese people who heard you just shouting or saying the single word, they will understand what you're looking for. But if you want to be more grammatically correct, or you want to speak a sentence, not just shouting for bathroom, toilet, you can actually add 2 syllables to make it a complete sentence. We have learned 我 from 我是我要我叫. So 我 and this one is 找. Remember, never too round, never 找. It's just 找. zhao. The key is to keep your mouth open halfway or maybe 30%. Never like ow like a tiger. So 我找厕所. If you're not in an extremely hurry situation, you can very peacefully speak to any Chinese that 我找厕所,我找厕所, and they will be more than happy to show you where you need to be. Okay, so in a hurry, just 厕所, 厕所, touching the lower teeth from the inside and the upper part, 厕所. But in a less emergency, just say 我找厕所. Okay, follow me and learn some 牛逼 Chinese. 再见, 再见. Hey guys, 2 syllables teach you how to say where is. So it's very simple, just 在哪. Let's break it down. So 在, when you say 在, the starting is like the current z with the I. So 在, 在, 在. And the 在is going down. 在. Very strong. 在. Na is actually the third tone. So na is pretty simple to pronounce, but make sure the tone is go a little bit down then up. That's the third tone. So na, you can look at my neck and my eyeball and my eyebrow string. Na. So 在哪, 在哪. But I put a little R here, you can see. That's more likely the northern dialect. You will hear that a lot if you go to Beijing or somewhere in the northern area of China, because you will hear people say 在哪儿. They always have the R sound, which make it trickier to understand, but that's very common for the northern dialect, especially in Beijing. So 在哪儿, you can just say 在哪 because it's much easier for English speakers or any other Romanized or Latin language system. But you will hear a lot of people saying 在哪儿,在哪儿. It's also where. So 在哪儿,在哪儿,在哪. It's the same, just with the R coloring we call them. But if you're going to Shanghai or any place in the southern area, you will hear slightly different. It's still 在哪, but they will have a ending syllable 里. You will hear 在哪里,在哪里, blah blah 在哪里. That's all the same thing. 在哪,在哪儿, or 在哪里. You can already hear that the southern dialect are more milder and gentle. So then you can literally make it all questions to ask where is someone or someplace, because 在 literally means to be and then 哪 is where. To be where is a question. So you can say 三叶山在哪儿? So where is 三叶山? 在厕所, at 厕所, restroom. So 在哪? 在哪里? 在哪儿? 在厕所. Follow me and learn some 牛逼 Chinese. 再见, 再见. Hey guys, you want to sound politely in Chinese? 2 syllables gonna help you on that. And they're very simple. They're just 请问, 请问. So 请 means please, 问 means ask. So when you pose a question to anyone, you would start your question from this 2 syllable. 请问. 请 is third tone. 请, 请, 请. But remember, third tone is a little bit down, but a lot of up. So 请, 请. And 问 is a fourth tone, which is down. 问, 问, 问. Regarding the 请, be careful when you say 请. It's a lot like you're saying the cheese, qi from cheese. But when you say qi, your tongue is not actually in touching the lower teeth. But when you say 请, it's definitely touching the lower teeth. So not qi, but 请, 请 with some nasal sound. 请问, 请问. Remember, when you say 问, don't say when, when. We don't open our mouths that wide. That's not Chinese. That's more likely English. So just gently 问, 问. Look at the shape of my mouth. 问, not when. That's English. 问, 问. So everything is short and chopped. 请问. Then you can ask any question. You can ask 请问 厕所在哪儿 from my previous lesson. So where may I ask where is the restroom? If you want to ask questions, you use 请问. However, if you just want to request something, you can do an even easier job. You just by asking 请. 请 can followed by any request or anything that you want others to do you a favor. Like, or you sending a command, you can also use 请. So 请 is a lot like please, but one thing you need to remember regarding the 请问 and the 请, both of them are always at the beginning of a sentence. That's opposite of the English, because English you always say something, may I have your burger, please, but in Chinese it would be 请给我你的汉堡. Please, I gotta get your burger. So remember 请问 and 请. 请问 is may I ask, then you pose a question. 请 is just please, but please plus the request, the command, or just simply add it to everything you want to say to someone. So 请问再见 Follow me and learn some newbie Chinese. Hey guys, how to say sorry in Chinese? 3 syllables. 对不起. So the meaning of the sentence is very interesting because 对 means to opposite, to face, and 起 is to rise, and 不 is a negator, no, 不. So 对不起, literally it means I cannot rise to face you because I'm so guilty. But in novel days, it was not that sincere and severe. 对不起 is like in the middle level of all the apology levels. There are 3 levels. So let's learn how to say them. The 对 is just a DUI sound, 对, but be careful, never pronounce it like the doing, it's too much. Just very short and sharp from the front part of your mouth. So 对, and make sure it touching the lower T's, 对. And 不 is a short bo, so don't like it bo like the cow, because it's just 不. We call them interlabial sound because it's between the lips, so just very nice, 不. But going down, 不. And 起, the hated third tone, but it's here. 起, again, it's not chi, it's not the cheese, it's also touching the lower tone. There are so many sounds touching the lower teeth. So 起. Okay, so 对不起 对不起. That's how to say sorry. So when you use that, any occasions, for small things, for bigger things, unless you're really, really guilty and you want to formal apologize, the super duper apologize is now 对不起. But for any other occasions, feel free to use 对不起. And in most cases, people will say 没关系, it's okay. Or people will say 没事, it's fine, nothing. Well, even they don't say anything, saying 对不起 already will make you feel better, right? So 对不起 再见. Follow me and learn some newbie Chinese. Bye bye. 2 syllables, how to say weekend. It's very simple, just 周末. 周 literally means a cycle, so the week, and 末 is the end of something. So 周末 is literally just a weekend, but there's 2 things you need to pay extra attention when you pronounce them. For example, for the 周, a lot of English speakers tend to say 周 because 周 is much easier to pronounce as an English syllable, but it's not 周, it's 周. There's one way to tell if you're doing it right with a little bit help with a napkin. So for example, if you're doing it right, you are saying 周. See, nothing happened. But if you're doing it wrong, you will say 抽. You see, it's aspiration. There shouldn't be any aspiration. It's just 周. Now 抽. That's the right thing. So another thing is more. Although it's really simple, you think, oh, it's just mo, but it's not mo. It's not that round. There is rarely any super round sound in Chinese pronunciation. So it's not mo. It's not that long and it's not that deep. It's basically the front part. So it's mo, not mo. Look at the shape. Not mo, but more. Very gentle. So 周末.
周末. Got it? So now you know how to say 周末. Based on the previous lessons, you also learned how to say I love you. 我爱你. So let's take out the 你 and just say I love the weekend. 我爱周末. 我爱周末. Follow me and learn some 牛逼 Chinese. 再见. Hey guys, let's learn how to count 5 syllables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first 3 are pretty simple. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. I wrote the Chinese characters because I think it's so easy that you don't take a second of effort to learn actually how to write them. But when you pronounce them, there's something you need to pay extra attention for the number 2. Yi is pretty simple. It's just a flat tone of the E from yes or anything, the beginning sound of them. E. And sun is pretty simple. It's just sun flat. But R, fourth tone with a very tricky spelling. It's ER in the pinyin of the Chinese system is R. A lot of people, even Chinese people, tend to pronounce it like What's the problem and what's the difference? So when you pronounce it's not open enough. It's not it's R. You see the difference of the Y, but pay attention, it's going lower to you. It's not it's R. You can feel the deeper vibration of your vocal cord. So remember that we said there is not a lot of Chinese sounds are actually deeper here, but the R is one of the very few group of them. So E, R, sun. And when you say 4 and 5, 4 and 5, maybe someone will say, okay, since 1, 2, 3 are the 3 lines, so 1 is 1 line, 2 is 2 lines, 3 are 3 lines, so it's 4 and 5 are 4 lines and 5 lines. Nope, they're not true. I just put there to trick you. So actually 4 and 5 are different writings. But you don't have to learn the writing now. We can just focus on the pronunciation. Remember, we don't like the Chinese pronunciation number 4 because it sounds like which means death. But remember, going down, It's not appear in many of the elevators in the tall buildings, but it's okay to say a number. Okay, if you are not superstitious, it's totally fine to you have that in your cell phone number or your car plate. And wu is very simple. It's just like someone is crying. Wu, third tone. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, follow me and learn some 牛逼 Chinese. 再见. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey guys, yesterday we covered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So today after this, you will be able to say any number from 1 to 99. So the 6 to 10 is pretty simple. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But only you need to pay a little bit attention when you pronounce some of them. 6 is pretty simple. It's just le, you, liu. But 7, you need to pay extra attention because the Q sound is not in English. So when you say 7, it's more likely cheese, but only the front part. So 7, not chi. Don't go. Your tongue goes lower. Your tongue goes lower to touch the lower T. So 7, 7, 7. 8 is pretty simple. Everyone can do 8, like 8. Same as the father is also 8. And 9, 9. Again, when you say 9, it's beginning with jeeps, but with a U. 9. So G and U, 9. When you say 9, your teeth are actually glide between the lower teeth. So 9 from the top to the bottom of the lower teeth. So 9. 9. And 10 is simple. We have that in English. So 10. So 6, 7,
八九十 Now you have 1 to 10. 一二三四五六七八九十 By the way, that's a sign language. 一二三四五六七八九十 Okay, so how you say from 1 to 99 for Chinese is just a combination of the 1 to 10. So when you want to say 20, it's just 2 10. So 二十. When you want to say 67, it's just 6 10 then 7. So 六十七. So you just do the addition. So 45 is 4 10 4 10 and 5. So in that way, you can do all from 1 to 99. So pick a number and you can say it now. We are missing just one simple but important one is 零. 零 is 0. So now you can say from 0 to 100. Good job. Follow me and learn some 牛逼 Chinese. 再见. 你好, one napkin gonna show you how to master all the pronunciations of the pinyin initials. So what's pinyin? Pinyin is the romanized system to mark the pronunciation of Chinese characters. For example, 你好的好. This part is called initials, which are the consonant, and this part is called finals, which are the vowels. Also, you have the tone marks, which we mentioned earlier in the lessons. So for all the initials, there are two keys. First, aspiration, and second, tongue position. So aspiration and tongue position. Okay, now I'm going to show you all the initials, but look at how the aspiration changed the napkins. Okay, let's start from the first line. 波, 坡, 摸, 佛. Second line. 的, 特, 呢, 了. Third line. 哥, 科, 和. Fourth line. 鸡, 七, 西. Fifth line. 知, 吃, 诗, 日. Last line. 滋, 呲, 思. So aspiration, remember them, it's just 波, 坡, 摸, 佛, 的, 特, 呢, 了. So the 鸡, 七, 西 are more likely the same sound, just with a little bit of the aspiration. So 鸡, a lot like the Jeep, the beginning sound of the Jeep, the car. But and the qi is same like G, but with aspiration. So 鸡, 鸡, 七, qi, a little bit aspiration, not strongly. And xi, your tongue is in the middle. But for all the three, and actually for all the tens, your tongues are always touching the lower teeth. Those are the trickier part. Okay, so 鸡, 七, xi. And same thing for 知, 吃, 诗. 知 is like beef jerk, 知, the beginning. So 知, and 吃 is aspiration version of the 知. So 知, 吃, 知, 吃, 吃. And sh is in the middle. Your tongue is not touching the upper of your mouth. So 知, 吃, 诗. And 日 is more likely a real sound version of the sh, 诗. So sh, sh, 日 use. So 诗 and 日. Okay, last one, the 滋, 呲, 思, same thing. It's all sounds like the ts, the bits, the ts part, the ts part. Okay, I will write it here. So the ts part. So 滋 and 呲 is aspirated of 滋. So 呲 and 丝 s, like snake 丝. So 波坡摸佛的特呢了个可和鸡七西 知, 吃, 诗, 日, 滋, 呲, 思. Subscribe and learn more Chinese. 再见. 你好, pinyin number 2. So we're going to learn all the finals. Yesterday we will learn all the initials. Remember the napkin and aspiration. Okay, now we're going to do the vowel or the finals. All the finals are just based on 6 simple letters. They are the basic vowels. Same as English, just different sound. But you can pronounce them with ease. 我 一 Let's save this for later. So one rule for all these compound finals is you never pronounce them as two separate syllables. They always stay together. For example, this is and yi, but you never pronounce it like I. Instead, be quick, like flash. I. This is not yi. This is a. So same rule for all this. So this is yi, ao, yao, y. This is way. For the nasal sound, there's a little bit more trickier because you definitely don't want any separate sound, or even for the g. A lot of people pronounce the g, don't pronounce it. It's just a stronger nasal sound. Let me show you. This is an, ong, so it's just stronger. An, ong, Same thing for this. Yan, yin, yang, yung, wan, wen, wang, weng. So the really tricky part is the wu and the yu. So the yu has two dots on top. You can see it from there. But that means it has a yu sound. So keep your mouth like woo. But while you're doing the woo, make your tongue touch your lower teeth firmly. It will be woo, yu. Not touching woo, touching yu. So if you have that, you got the yu sound. It takes a lot of practice because it's not a natural sound. Good thing is there's not a lot of pronunciation involved, the yu sound in Chinese. So this would be yue, and yue. This would be yuan. This would be yun, only 3. So you got it? Subscribe and learn some newbie Chinese. 再见. Hey guys, have you heard the word hooba? Many years ago, one of my friends told me that word was actually from the Chinese word 好吧, means okay. And it was originally used in the brothel house. So when they reach agreement, the prostitute will say 好吧. But that was simply not true. The hooba has nothing to do with Chinese and neither with the brothel. It was actually became popular during the World War II when the American militaries in Asia. Maybe it was a mimic of the local dialect, like a hooba, but because it was used when people saw some pretty girls, soldiers, they will say, oh, hooba, more likely. That's attractive, that's so hot. So those reasons was misunderstood and spread out as a rumor, so people think it's related to Chinese or the brothel, but that's not true. Hooba seems start to fade out from the language. The last time I heard it was like 10 years ago. So let me know if you have any different resource of what I learned on this word, and follow me, learn some newbie Chinese and fun facts. Bye. 再见. How to say the day, month, and year in Chinese. 3 syllables today. You're gonna learn how to say any day of any year. Okay, first let's start with 周, zhou. So when you say 周, it means a cycle, but also refer to the week. Instead of saying Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Chinese just use numbers to mark the days of the week. So 周一, we learn the numbers. Remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 周一 would be Monday, 周二 would be Tuesday, 周三 Wednesday, 周四 Thursday, 周五 Friday, 周六 Saturday. But there is no 周七. It's 7 days of the week, but we don't call them 周七. Instead, we call them according to the English. So it's a Sunday. It's a day of the sun, as Monday was actually the day of the moon by the Norse mythology. So 周日 literally just the sun. So 周日 would be Sunday. So 周一、周二、周三、周四、周五、 周六, and 周日. Remember, 日 is a real sound version of the sh. So sh, but with real sound. So 日. Okay, so 周日. Now you learn all the days of the week. How about from January till December? Easy. It's also just a number. So January is 一月. 月 is just the moon or the month. So 1月、2月、3月、4月、5月、6月、7月、8月、9月、10月、11月、12月. So January as 1月 and December as 12月. It may take a little bit of time to get familiar and count them. What's August? August is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 is 8th month, so it's 8月. But that's a matter of time. You already learned them. You just need to practice them. Now you have learned the 周 for the week, 周日 for Sunday, and you have learned the months like 1月、2月、3月、4月. Then you have learned 日 also means the day of something. So let's say today is November 12th. What's that would be in Chinese? It would be 11月12日. So now you can see any day of any year, 365 days, you got all of them. So subscribe and learn more Chinese for next lesson. 再见. 3 syllables, ask for a price. So when you're shopping, you need to use this every day. So there are 2 ways. One way is more common, is 多少钱, 多 first tone, 少 third tone, 钱 second tone. So be careful of the 钱. It's like the cheese, but 钱, it goes a little bit to the back of your oral cavity. So 钱, but touching your lower teeth, touching 钱. So 多少钱, that literally means how much money. 多 is a lot, 少 is a little, 钱 is the money. So 多少钱, how much money. You also will hear people ask for 几块钱. So 几 and 多少, what's the difference? 多少 is for a larger number or any number, but 几 usually refer to the number less than 31. Why? Because you can use 几 to ask for date, which is the date of the month, 31. 块 is the unit of the currency RMB. So 块is basically like English buck. So 几块, how many buck? Then 钱 is still money. So 几块钱, how many bucks? So when you're buying a coat or a larger, more expensive things, you would usually say 多少钱. But if you're buying some really small things like a pen or a sausage, you will say 几块钱, because you know it's usually less than 30 or 50. There is no certain rule for that, but 多少 is a safer choice. But if you want to be specific, when it goes to smaller numbers of the price, you will say 几块钱. But also remember that there is official ways to ask 价格是多少, what is the price? But I've never heard people in real life say what is the price of something. So 多少钱, 几块钱. If you want to be polite, just ask with 请问这个 bell 多少钱? Follow me and learn some 牛逼 Chinese. 再见. How to reply to 对不起, I'm sorry. There are many ways, but the most common ways are these 3 syllables. 没关系. So 没 means no, nothing, doesn't. So 没 and 关系literally just means the relation or the matter. So 没关系, it doesn't matter. So people will say 对不起, then reply with 没关系. But if you're in northern China, you will hear something slightly different. You will hear people say, oh, 没事儿. Still the same 没, but instead of 没关系, they will say 事儿. 事儿 is basically 是, fourth tone 是. 是 means things. So 没事 just means nothing. It's nothing. But why you hear 没事 because the Beijing people or the Northern people, they like to say something with the so 没事 is just a colloquial and more spoken version of 没事. You will hear the in a lot of other situations. So 没事 just means it's nothing. 没事. 对不起，没事儿，对不起，没事儿。Subscribe and learn some fun Chinese. 再见。